So at this point, I've just been kind of wandering around in the grasslands, and I see this winged fucker in the skies above, and at first I think it's a phoenix.
All kidding aside, this could be
You know, upon
So
closer
just
inspection,
out
you
of
can
it.
tell it's not.
It's cool.
It's a griffin.
All kidding aside,
Now,
I hate
I can't target the fucker, so he has to actually come down to initiate the battle because I don't have anything that can. I can't even switch characters, which I just unlocked like 30 seconds before this fight. Now that the battle has been initiated, I still can't target the son of a bitch, but at least I could switch to Prompto. Like I said though, I just got that ability at this point in time, so I have absolutely no idea how to fucking use him. Now, if you notice on the map, where the red rectangle is, that's the battle area, and this winged son of a bitch won't come inside the battle area.
Be sure to get my good side.
Okay, that was too fucking dirty. He won't enter. He will not penetrate the battle area. No, so he won't actually come into it. And I think that's because where he ended up being is just above that tree. Now, Noctis managed to smack him, so he fell into the tree, and now he's just stuck there. Permanently stuck on top of that fucking tree. Now, I'm using a shitty broken scuff controller. I know some of you guys probably have scuff controllers that you love, but the one I got is a piece of garbage. Close to 300 bucks, and the L2 button started malfunctioning like a month and a half after I got the damn thing. So my L2 button tends to stick down like the actual rubber inside. So if I hit the L1 button to try to do Prompto's crack shot, it brings up the player switch menu. So I can't do his crack shot. I can't use the dynamite because you can't throw that up, and his handgun does shit for damage. So with Prompto, I'm kind of forced to use the bazooka and the machine gun. Now, this is the first time I've ever used Prompto, and I didn't pay close enough attention to the fucking dialogue box. So it takes me a minute to, you know, figure out exactly how to fire off his weapons. Even his techniques are useless. Star Shell and the selfie shot do no damage or assistance in this fucking battle at all, which does suck. So I'm stuck playing Prompto and letting the CPU occasionally warp up there and smack the Griffon with Noctis. Ignis and Gladio are completely useless in this battle. Now, if you notice on the map up there, the Griffon is right outside of the battle area. So if I try to switch to Noctis and manually warp up there and attack, it'll make me exit the battle as though I run away. And you'll actually see that in a second. Now, this is my my first time with this kind of fight. I haven't seen. I mean, it's my first time in this game actually fighting this much of an aerial creature too. And I don't have a tendency to run away when the enemy's alive. I don't do that, as you can see from the Aramosha video that I put out a few days ago. But what I didn't know was, if you do that, the enemy starts regenerating its health right away, and fairly fast, too. See, and then the other thing is, if you're trying to switch to another character, and that character isn't inside the battle area, the game won't let you switch to him. I guess it's a preventative measure to keep the game from glitching out because you switch to a character that's not actually there. But either way, so at this point I'm kind of just taking pot shots at the fucking thing and throwing occasional bazooka rounds at it.
Forget about us. Tell us what to do.
I keep trying to think up ways to make it go faster or do more damage, and there's no real way in this situation to do it. See, you'll see I switched to Gladio here, and the minute that I step outside of that battle area, it ends the fight. Unfortunately, I run back in quick enough, he doesn't regenerate a noticeable amount of HP, really. But I try to warp up there and manually do damage, but again, it makes me leave the fight. Now, unfortunately, I'm doing enough damage that the regeneration is kind of canceled out at this point. So he doesn't really get all that much back, probably just a little insignificant amount.
Really? Again?
But, so I try this one more time.
The odds are against us. I'll say.
I figure, you know, maybe I can knock him off the tree or somehow do enough damage to make it, you know, matter. You know, maybe if I use a bunch of muscle stimulants and Magitech booster, so I don't use MP. But as you notice, now his HP is regenerating like insanely fast. You can just see it. Oh yeah, Okay, so at this point I realize I have no choice. I have to play as Prompto and bazooka machine gun combo this fucker while he's rectally super glued to that pine tree tip. There's no other options, really.
Be sure to get my good side. Wouldn't let you down.
Even using a muscle stimulant, it doesn't really make any kind of difference for Prompto. I'm not sure if that's because he's using guns and it's not actually physical attacks, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. Especially not as far as the handgun's concerned. It just does 1 HP worth of damage to that Griffon anyway. Whoops. Totally wasted that one. I don't understand this either. This one goes through his head. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that second shot. So, just 1 HP with that handgun. Well, no, the muscle stimulants wore off at this point. But at least at this point, we're pretty much, you know, the battle's pretty much over. The bird didn't have any play in it anyway because it was glitched to the fucking tree. But we're pretty much going to deliver the final blow here in the next couple of seconds. I figured, fuck it, bust out, you know, a couple of you techs to give them the experience to try to level up, and let's finish it. And poor bird, even in death, it's still stuck to the top of the fucking tree in that ridiculous pose. So I mean, at this point, well, what can you really do besides take a snapshot of it? Poor fucking thing.
Sounds like
permanently
someone's in a
stuck
good
on
mood.
top of a tree.
Basking in our
Who knows how
hard-fought
long he was
victory, I
actually there.
presume.
But, yeah, so there's the Griffon tree glitch. I don't know if it's somehow reproducible, but if it is, it would be a nifty way for people to farm it out. You know, in the early bits of the game, you could, with the right food, you could get 6,000 experience per kill on that thing, which, you know, it's, for a minute or two, it's not bad. But, yeah, so, thanks for watching.